their natural rite of passage, which you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And men don't. Men have to go out and hunt. That's what we're made for.
Or get into role playing games.
Well, what I'm talking about is those role playing and acting and
Right.
stuff like that. The um, men are more cooperative than women naturally.
Right.
Okay, that's why.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why. Because women are competing to protect their child
Okay.
genetically.
Okay.
Okay, I'm talking about genetics. Society has changed that.
Right.
Okay, to what we value as equality, and I think that's cool. But I'm talking about the primal nature of our humanity.
Right.
Well,
Even in the vampire subculture, this goes on.
vampire subculture is different because men and women are equals,
Okay.
more so than in normal society.
All right. And is that something that drew you to it?
Oh, I love it. The predominant number of friends that I have are female.
Right.
My fan clients are 80% women.
Right.
My events are 70% women. You were there, so how many guys did you see compared to women?
It was probably, I don't know if it was quite 70-30, but it was more women than men, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
The vampire archetype, the way I present it, appeals to females more than
Okay.
men.
Okay.
And I believe that in today's society, those primal connections to our nature should be recognized. Our primal animal instincts should be recognized and not ignored. Because
Right.
we didn't transhumanize or genetically engineer something new. But what's great is today we have equal opportunity. If a woman comes to me and wants to do a job, and she can do the job and make me money for my company and do the good business and be professional, and she's more qualified than the guy, I would hire her.
I would think that'd be common sense, but unfortunately,
I know, right?
I don't know how that is not.
Well, I am controversial with some of these hardcore feminists.
Okay.
Okay, but most women, like for example, you propose to vegans to go hunting and slaughter their own meat. Okay,
Right.
and most of the time they say they might not do it themselves, but they don't think that's bad as long as it's not for sport or the suffering of an animal.
Right.
Okay, and I'm a hunter. I hunt deer.
Okay.
Okay, I do it because it's a way of understanding the value of life.
Okay.
And I don't do it all the time, and I do it because those animals are going to suffer in the
Right.
winter, and I don't have it. That's not an excuse. That's just my personal choice.
Right.
But doesn't mean I'm like riding around on the back of a jeep, shooting random animals and wanting them to hurt and be in pain. I want it to be as quick and painless as possible.
Right.
But there's no natural predator for these deer,
Mm-hmm.
and they're overpopulating the area, and they're all starving to death in the winter.
Now, do you eat the venison raw, or you cook it?
Oh, I bring it to a butcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, my cousin and I, he's like a all-American boy,
Yeah.
and we bring we bring the deer to a slaughterhouse, not a slaughterhouse, a butcher,
Wow.
and then we donate half the food to the homeless.
I can't believe how fast the time has gone, which usually happens. But because I got to get into this now. Your family now, you are known as the second time I ran across you is when I went to New Orleans and went to your vampire ball.
Okay.
I don't think I think I may have passed you. I don't think I actually talked, but people were showing me the fangs that you were making.
Mm-hmm.
You are a fangsmith.
That's right. I'm a fangsmith.
And from what I read, that you have dentists in the family.
My grandfather and my aunt.
Okay. And so, how did you start? I mean, when did you start making fangs?
I went to my grandfather because my girlfriend asked me for fangs for the prom, and I said
High school prom or your prom?
high school prom.
Oh wow. Okay.
And her name was Dawn.
All right.
Great vampire name.
Yeah.
And she kind of had that Morticia look. All right, long black hair and like a belly chain and
Yeah.
long dresses and stuff.
All right.
And Dawn was awesome.
Yeah.
And Dawn was terminally ill with a brain tumor.
Sorry.
Yeah, she didn't make it into it today, but she had a good run.
Right.
I'm actually going to go visit her grave after 20 years. So Dawn wanted fangs for the prom, so I found a fangsmith named Gregor who works for our company. You want to look him up? He's Gregor from Strange Blades.
Oh, okay.
So he makes chainmail and stuff like that. In 1990, on the 8th of November, 1993, 6 months before my prom, she and I opened our mouths and got our fangs made by Gregor at a
Wow.
vampire LARP at this little hotel in New Jersey.
Well, I can imagine before the internet, it'd be hard to find a fangsmith.
Well, I'm a very good networker, so.
Oh, okay.
And New York is a networking place.
Right, right.
So we got our fangs, and I remember I went home and I dropped one down the sink.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, you kidding me? Because I was so excited to have them. They were
Yeah.
great fangs.
Yeah.
And Dawn and I went to the prom as vampires.
And how'd that go over?
It was great. It was fun.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it.
Yeah.
And then everybody asked
But
me.
they knew you guys. They were like, oh, of course.
Well, I didn't go to high school with her. I went to, she went to my prom. She was a year older than me.
Okay.
So I graduated high school in '94.
So, but I mean, if people knew you or people knew her, then yeah, they.
We had fun, man.
Yeah,
It's
why
like,
not?
You know, prom should be fun. You know,
Yeah.
how many, you know, I mean, all the controversies.
So you weren't one of these. I'm not going to prom. I'm too cool for that.
Going to prom, man. You guys are crazy.
Yeah. See, I was like you. I was like, I'm going to prom and I'm going to have fun. And I started mosh pits. It was great.
Well, the thing is that I already was hooked up in New York.
Right.
With the Limelight, because I was working at Limelight at the time, so I could go. You know what? Who wants to be on the guest list at Limelight? I mean, I'll drive into the city and the most popular kid in the school. You know?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and how long before you took it into a business?
About a year and a half later, I was running the LARPs and trying to make it professional because I love doing what I do. My dad told me, "Are you an idiot? Do what you love.
Right.
Okay, find a passion and make it your life. Okay, and that means you got to make a living."
Right.
So, for me, the drive isn't money; it's just living my passion and creating a legacy.
Right.
So it's kind of a quest of immortality.
And making a living.
Well, I mean, I live very modestly. I'm not living in a big mansion. I'm not driving a $50,000 car. It's
right.
my drive is not making money. My drive is using money as a tool to create the Endless Night world.
Right.
The vampire world that I'm building.
Right.
And every pair of fangs I make, I reinvest everything.
Right.
So, you know, I was really excited to buy a couch for the first time. Because I'm a gypsy. I travel all over the place. I just settled down for the first time.
In L.A.?
Yeah.
And why L.A.?
Because this is going to become vampire capital of the world.
Why L.A.? Why is this going to be the capital?
Because the resources are here.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I mean, it's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Anne Rice, our queen, is here. I bow before her any day.
Okay.
All right. You know, I'll never get to the level she got.
Right.
And
well, you know, never say never.
A lot of people say that, but the thing is with Anne Rice, I have a tremendous respect for her as an author and a creative person. I don't agree with everything she does, but I think she contributed to the vampire mythology, and she changed my life.
Yes.
So she is my queen, and I will always tip my hat to her.
And you've met her?
I had some book signings, but I try to leave her be. You know, I'm not like one of those fans that calls. She has a phone, you can call her and stuff. I watch her videos. I know who she is. She knows who I am.
Right.
She can spell my name properly when she signs my books, which is great.
Okay.
But I don't impose myself on her at all.
Okay.
I just think it's about being professional and polite. She's doing her thing. If she wants, she wants to invite me into her house and have tea or something like that, I would be honored.
Right.
And I would of course accept. But she doesn't seem to be very kosher with the vampire lifestylers.
Really?
Yes.
Mm.
It's not her thing.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
You know, but I'm still a fan, and I'm still going to go to buy her new book at Barnes & Noble at the Grove.
Right.
I'm still going to shake her son's hand and say your podcast is awesome.
Right.
Okay. And I'm still going to be grateful she exists in my life. And I'm not wanting to impose myself. So I'm letting her be her, and I want to be me. I want to be myself. I don't want to be her.
Now, on the flip side of that, have you had fans that were just going crazy meeting you, and maybe you became uncomfortable?
It's yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm not at the level of you know Anne Rice in any way, but I do have my fans.
Right.
And sometimes they'll appear out of nowhere. I get recognized a lot in Paris.
Yeah.
I get recognized often on the streets of London, less so in LA. I moved to LA to kind of be able to be amongst peers.
Okay. So because you lived in Europe for how long, or did you?
2001 to 2015.
Okay, so that's why you have such a because as I said, the first time I met you, first time I heard about you was an Englishman that had your fangs. I was very much enraptured by you, and
Oh wow.
And your lifestyle. He was very much You don't know who Father Sebsastiaan is? I'm like, I'm sorry. Now I know. But
well, I think that the level of fame that I do have has been very natural.
Right.
I felt that I could have gone a lot further, a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, of course I got my fans that say I'm evil and the devil and stuff like that. You know, like Howard Stern effect.
Right.
You get you know, for every fan that listens to you for 2 hours, you get some hater that listens to you for 4. And you,
right.
You know, I